Good morning everyone. Today in this video we will fight against the atmospheric of our world around us, and this time we will talk about very important work. Actually the book that removed the dust and revealed many unknown issues and gave many valuable hypotheses to the very neglected period of history of Iranian plateau, and not only Iranian plateau, also Mesopotamia and ancient Syria. I mean the period that was described in this book, written by now deceased in 2008 at the age of 98, Polish Nestor of Iranian studies, pre-Islamic Iranian studies, Józef Wolski. Till 1938, his surname was Józef Gida, which means Józef the Spear. He didn't like it, so he changed it in 1938 to Józef Wolski. And he actually dedicated his research, his work, to the history of pre-Islamic Iran, with particular emphasis on the Seleucid and Parthian period. I really like this book because it was really scholarly done, and all type of sources, written sources, archaeological sources, numismatics, were used to reconstruct as much as possible past of the Parthian Empire, the rival of the Romans. Actually, I would say at the equal level, what the results of the clashes between these two empires clearly prove. Author focuses, of course, also on this, what we can recreate from the past, what happened in the Parthian Empire on the Iranian plateau and in Mesopotamia. I really like that from my own country we can have such famous scholarship, and that people who spent a lot of their lives in the dark period of Polish People's Republic, Communistic Republic, still found some force and energy to do good research. In 1998, first version of this book, the Empire of the Arsacides, was published in French. In 1996, author translated it from French into Polish. I really appreciate it. I don't know if it's translated in English, but it should be. The only issue I really don't agree with great scholar Józef Wolski is the putting on the axis of the time, so estimating the time, the date, 238 BC, during which the Diodotus of Bactria, Diodotus I, announced himself as a king of this territory, and completed completed by this act, completed the same, the secession of his satrapy from the Seleucid dynasty. If we take the numismatics data, what also was pointed out by other authors, like also Polish author Stefan Kalita, author of the great monography The Greeks in Bactria and India, when we take the numismatics evidence and reanalyze it, we see that actually Diodotos made himself a king and a independent ruler of the Bactria territory about 250 BC. We know that it happened gradually. First he was showing his independence by producing the coins with his name and with more pompatic titles. Later he eliminated the name of the actual Seleucid monarch, and when we analyze it, when it happened and who was the last really monarch, Seleucid monarch, on the coins released by the Diodotos I, we see that his secession and independence, and the same independence of Bactrian kingdom, started in 200 BC, not in 238 BC. But okay, the rest of this monography is really good. The achievements of Mr. Wolski for deciphering the one of the most mysterious period of the Iranian and Mesopotamian history are undebatable and great. and I am really happy that I had an opportunity finally to get this book and to read it. So sometimes the author, of course, approaches because he loves the topic. He loved the topic he was working on. Sometimes he interprets the Parthian sources about the conflict with Rome in a little bit too much enthusiastic way and in favor of Parthians, but it's still within the scientific borders. So everything is fine. Empire of Arsacides by Józef Wolski, great book to read, and I'm so happy that it's for sure available in one quite common foreign language like French, so many people can read it. All the best, have a nice day, bye.